On the show tonight, Pakistan in panic mode after the Indian Army's direct warning from the force's first conclave stage. Arnab Munir faces the heat as the army calls out Pakistan's bluff. At 8:30 tonight, as Delhi gasps under a toxic haze, the political blame game turns fierce. BJP squarely blames Aam Aadmi Party's Punjab government for unchecked stubble burning, while Aam Aadmi Party hits back, calling it a diversion from centre's inaction. As air quality plummets across the NCR region, we ask, who will take the responsibility while Delhi's citizens pay the price? And at 9 p.m. tonight, political tremors rock Bihar as Prashant Kishore levels a sensational coercion charge against the BJP, alleges that his candidates were forced to pull out under pressure. The crisis spreads across over 10 key Gathbandhan seats as equations shift and alliances fray. Which front will hold in Bihar's biggest electoral thriller yet? Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. In the last 3 days, Pakistan's army has shown troubling signs of desperation, infighting and discord in its strategic thinking as Afghan Taliban has once again exposed what Pakistan army is truly worth. While Arnab Munir self-promoted to the rank of Field Marshal in a non-contact war largely fought in the skies, his army is biting the dust on the ground every single day, be it the Durand line of Balochistan or the LOC. In the last 24 hours, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan has carried out 12 attacks against the Pakistani army. The TTP says it has killed 25 Pakistani army soldiers and injured 8 others. Visuals on your screens right now where Baloch rebels also have released visuals of 4 Pakistani soldiers they have killed in a sniper operation. And yet, when push comes to shove, Arnab Munir did what he knows best: go on a nuclear threat rant in an air-conditioned auditorium. In fact, this is what he had to say. Listen.
And firmly caution the Indian military leadership that there is no space for war in a nuclearized environment. The onus of ensuing escalation, one that may ultimately bear catastrophic consequences for the entire region and beyond, will squarely lie with India.
Well, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, this was nothing but absolute desperation on the part of Arnab Munir. And this tone and tenor that you essentially see is pretty much what we have seen since Operation Sindoor. But it is the BrahMos effect that is speaking right now, because in a short while from now, I'm also going to tell you the response that is coming from within the Pakistani army. And Arnab Munir seems to have been completely cornered on this entire front. In fact, this was actually called out by none other than the Deputy Chief of Army Staff Strategy, that is Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai, who made it very clear that the response was decisive and it was autonomous. Ladies and gentlemen, you've had our generals coming out and sending across a very strong message from the force's first conclave that took place on Saturday, and this is what Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai had to say.
He's yet again spoken about this, and in the tone that he normally does, and he's warned India that there is no space for war when 2 countries such as India and Pakistan are involved. Now, the very fact that he and the academy in Pakistan repeatedly speak about this aspect suggests to me that we've for once been able to call the bluff, and therefore there is definitely concern on the other side as far as this matter is concerned.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is simply tactical brilliance and strategic superiority of the Indian armed forces over their dim adversaries in Pakistan. And even the Pakistani generals know that in a conventional setting, they are no longer a match to the Indian armed forces, no matter what they essentially claim. Reports suggest that there is discontentment in the ranks of Asim Munir and that they are increasingly finding disagreements of approach towards Pakistan. In fact, I'm now going to put out General Shahid Shamshad Mirza, that's the chairman of Pakistan's Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, effectively Munir's direct rival, who says that India is an important nation in the global south. And yes, we know that. And that diplomacy is the only way to seek normalization. Pakistan prefers dialogue over disengagement, peace over conflict, and civility over jingoism. Pakistan essentially desires normalization with India. And now this is exactly what he had to say over the weekend. Now this comes just 24 hours after Asim Munir had to say something absolutely different. So what do you really make out of it? Listen in.
Pakistan prefers dialogue over disengagement, peace over conflict, and civility over jingoism, and stands ready to engage with India to find a peaceful and a negotiated solutions to all disputes, including Kashmir. Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor. In nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, India is an important country of global south and an aspirant of a major stake in the world order.
Well, the fact of the matter is this: Pakistan has been completely hammered on all external fronts, Iran, Afghanistan and India. Now, at the same time, internally, the Pakistani army faces a massive rebellion in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, as well as in Balochistan, where the army seems to be completely losing grip. And as far as Pakistan Punjab is concerned, there too, it seems that things are changing vastly. And all of this has taken place under the watchful gaze of this man, who has now even dropped the uniform that gave him everything, and he's busy being a salesman for his own country's resources, while his Prime Minister stands beside him like just a helpless butler. Now that's the picture. That's the picture of the head of Pakistan Army. Their bluff has been completely called out. Their leverage is no longer existent. And what awaits them is only fate for all the evil schemes and tactics, and justice for all of their crimes.
In nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, India is an important country of global south and an aspirant of a major stake in the world order.
6 months since Operation Sindoor, and Pakistan is finally waking up to reality.
Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor.
After colossal failures in Operation Sindoor and Afghanistan war, Asim Munir is more desperate than ever before.
I advise and firmly caution the Indian military leadership that there is no space for war in a nuclearized environment. The onus of ensuing escalation, one that may ultimately bear catastrophic consequences for the entire region and beyond, will squarely lie with India.
From the stage of Republic Media Network's Forces First conclave, India's Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai, the Deputy Chief of Army Staff and DGMO, gave a most direct reply to Munir's desperate provocation.
Pakistan Army Chief's address earlier today, I think, at the Pakistan Military Academy at Kakul. And he's yet again spoken about this. And, in the tone that he normally does. And, he's warned India that there is no space for war when two countries such as India and Pakistan are involved. Now, the very fact that he and the Academy in Pakistan repeatedly speak about this aspect suggests to me that we've, for once, been able to call the bluff.
The division in the Pak army is evident, from diplomacy to nuclear threats and everything in between. Is the reality beginning to dawn on Pak that its bluffs are called out forever?
Major Samarpal Tur, you have Shamsad Mirza, who's openly calling for dialogue. This comes just 24 hours after Asif Munir was once again going into the nuclear front altogether. It is very clear that there is infighting within the Pakistani army right now.
See, Shavan, as we speak, let us not forget that there are right now frontier corps prisoner of war being held by Taliban. We all know what the attitude of Taliban is. Like, India is not propagating for a fight or a war to take place. We do not want that to happen. We want stability in the region. Number one. Number two, to my Pakistani counterparts, it has been 2 years since Taliban has come to power, and we have not activated our embassy, nor did we give recognition to the Taliban government, nor have we been in talks with them. This even you would approve of. And now that their foreign minister has come and approached us, we are still cautious as to what steps need to be taken. Because you see, as per the geopolitical requirement, the whole region is very sensitive, and the number of terrorist organizations and groups creating chaos and plunder all over the region, which is bordering Afghanistan and Pakistan, is a cause of worry for everyone. And it is a serious concern, and we do not want it to go out of proportion or out of control. And we are for the favor that there should be peace, and whatever Qatar has negotiated between Pakistan and Afghanistan, peace should prevail. And then, as per Pakistan's top brass requirements, what they desire is for talks, peace talks. Everybody is welcome for it, but the hypocrisy needs to be stopped.
No, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Asif Munir essentially wants that.
Pakistan is today. We were there since 1990. We have been tackling Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, which is being funded by Pakistan. And today
Raja,
Pakistan is tackling TTP and other terrorist organizations. So, it is like what Hillary Clinton said, the snakes in your own backyard. So we would not want things to go out of proportion and things remain as they are and become better.
Raja, you have a direct arrival of Asif Munir coming out and saying that, recognizing what the world knows, that is, as far as our position within the global south is concerned. Great, we knew about it. But I don't think so this would have really been taken well by Asif Munir, because Asif Munir just about 24 hours ago said completely different. So it is very clear that somewhere down the line you're losing the plot here. Within the Pakistani army, admitted that there is a problem within the Pakistani army, that not everyone believes what Asif Munir is saying.
Shavan, I'm glad that you are highlighting this issue. And to me, I think there is no difference between both of the worthy generals of Pakistan Army, Chief of Army Staff and Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff. They are on the same page. Field Marshal said the same things. And of course, when we talk about the Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff, he has the same narrative. It's just the understanding at your part that has the difference. And
I want to read it out, Raja.
Peace,
I don't think so.
Shavan, let me complete.
Raja, I don't think so. It's the same. I want to focus on this because you are saying it's on the similar lines. But I'm quoting. I'm not getting into any rhetoric here, Raja. I'm just quoting. I'm quoting once again. This is what Asif Munir says. That there is no space.
Are you letting me speak or not? Shavan, are you letting me speak or not?
I am only saying, how are the two statements similar? One is again
Shavan,
getting into this nuclear aspect,
Shavan,
brings in the nuclear aspect.
If you are not letting me speak, then I should stay quiet.
No, Raja, I'm just simply asking you this, that how are the two statements same? They're not.
Let me complete next sentence. You will know what I'm trying to say. Since the day one Pahalgam attack, when it took place, of course, straight away, there were statements from Pakistan side, from the government side, non-military and military both, in which Pakistan kept on saying Pakistan seeks dialogue with India. Pakistan does not want to get into a war, but it was India that actually headed towards a war. They seeked war, we gave them, and the way we gave them a war, kinetic or non-kinetic, in both fields, of course, we gobsmacked India, and after that, whatever is happening since then, statements coming from your side, of course, they tell the story what kind of state Indian military, Indian armed
I don't
forces
think
are
so,
right
Raja,
now.
I don't think so. We needed
You
any
keep on-
certificate.
You keep
Now,
on,
I see. The problem is that you're provoking
you,
me to actually make a statement like that. I don't think so. We were looking for any sort of certificate in the first place because we are not here in the business of proving.
No, you
Because
need
the
it.
pictures
You need
speak.
it. You
I will
are-
put out the pictures of
I
what
would-
really happened. I did not
I
put
would
out these
request-
pictures. These pictures that came
I
out from
would-
Bahawalpur were people. Your people who are putting out. So I don't think so. India
there are
needs anything
pictures
to
and
prove.
videos
General G.D.
everywhere
Bakshi.
from Indian side as well.
You are saying, as I pointed out, I don't think that
Sanjeev,
India needs
both these
any
statements are
proof
quite
or
similar.
any certificate. Now,
Right?
General G.D. Bakshi, I found this statement very interesting because you have a direct rival of Asif Munir saying that with India, we need to have a dialogue. Asif Munir never indicated anything of that sort. And it's quite clear that the way Asif Munir has been handling the situation in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the way he has been handling in other parts in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, it seems things are becoming difficult for him. You have Shamshad coming out on openly talking about a dialogue. G.D. Bakshi, Raja Faisal said they are similar statements. They are both on the same page.
Oh, I'm afraid, every month almost, Asim Munir was making a beeline to Washington to carry his suitcase around and show rare earth fragments, etc. to Donald Trump. Now I find noticeably that his penchant for going out has come down, has cooled considerably because he has a hell of a lot of problems to deal with at home. His chief of the general staff is making far more sensible statements that we need to talk. We cannot afford to go to war with India because we are in serious trouble.
But can you believe him?
Within Pakistan itself.
But can
He's in a two-front
trust?
war.
My only thing, General G.D. Bakshi, can you really trust even what General Shamshad is saying? This entire bogey of having a dialogue is something that is only happening because they realize that they have lost out. And today, the situation, the way it is, when the Pakistanis have lost 25 of their soldiers in the last 48 hours, they do not have much of a choice here.
Pakistan is in a two-front situation. There is a revolt which is brewing, which is already in full swing in Baluchistan. Pakhtunkhwa is spinning out of control. There is pressure from Afghanistan. There is pressure in POK. They have their hands full. They have their hands bloody full, and therefore, at this stage, he can give all the excitatory statements that he wants, that there is no space for a war. We created that space for a war back in Kargil itself. In Kargil itself, there was a 3 months long war fought between India and Pakistan. And then in Sindoor, we have given you a very intense conventional conflict. It may have not lasted very long, but the intensity can be gauged by the fact that 9 terror targets were taken out of the 12 Pakistani air bases. 11 were hit and hit hard. So,
your flying officer.
You can say any crap that you want. The simple fact is, you have been hit hard.
Major Nadeem, General G.D. Bakshi, I'll do something for, I'll do something for the Pakistanis right now. In a short while from now, I'm going to show a series of pictures. These pictures, Major Nadeem, are from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and in the last few hours, there are videos that have been also released of your Pakistani soldiers who have been killed. Now, let me just tell you, Major Nadeem, let's have a discussion here. Major Nadeem, first you have Asim Munir threatening of a nuclear war. Second,
Yes,
you
even
have
threats.
Shamshad coming in,
He
General
is
Shamshad
warning
coming
you.
in and
He
saying
is
that, look here,
giving the
India is an
caution.
important country.
Please
India plays a
don't
pivotal
dare.
role when it
Don't
comes to global
escalate.
south. Now, in
If you
24 hours,
escalate,
what has really happened?
he
In
will
24
play
hours,
havoc.
what has really happened that suddenly you have General Shamshad coming in and saying that we need to have a
He is
dialogue?
talking sense. He is trying to save both the nations, both the people of the both the nations. Okay, please don't escalate. Your stupid,
You worry
these
about
high
saving
sub type
yourself, boy.
unnecessarily
Who is
giving
escalating?
jingoistic and provocative statements, right? On the other hand, our chief, our field marshal is cautioning you. He is saying, please don't escalate. If you escalate,
We are
we will
asking
play
you, who
havoc
is
with you.
escalating?
And
Who is
our joint
escalating?
chief also
Who
saying,
started
okay,
Kargil?
please
Who started
respect
terrorism in
mutually.
1990s?
Right? Live,
Who gave birth to
live
Lashkar-e-Taiba?
respect.
Who gave
Live
birth
with
to Jaish-e-Mohammed?
coexistence. Live
Who is
with
harboring the terrorists?
equality. This is what they are saying. And you
Major
people
Nadeem,
said
Major Nadeem, you
are
think we do not know this?
unnecessarily
Major Nadeem,
giving
when
us
you are
negative
shifting the Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba
this is
bases,
you
now,
say you are
hear me out,
being
Major Nadeem.
unified.
Major Nadeem and Kamil,
Please
if I
realize
can.
the
You are
reality and
Major
showing
truth.
Nadeem, you think that the world does not know? Major, 1 minute, Major Samarpal Toor. I want to show the reality to Major Nadeem. Major Nadeem, you think the world does not know what you are doing right now with the Jaish-e-Mohammed as well as Lashkar-e-Taiba bases which are being moved to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa because the kind of bloody nose that you've had because of the TTP. Because of the TTP, now you want to flush out the TTP by bringing in the Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed up in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. You think that the world does not know?
These are banned. What you are talking about, these are banned organizations.
Then why are you not eliminating them?
Why don't
Why are you
ban
not
all of
eliminating
this?
them?
Why
are they coming into India and killing
Justin
our
Trudeau
people?
did in his parliament? What Justin
You
Trudeau
are a
did?
rogue nation.
What
You
about
have blood
Trudeau?
of American
He was refused
and British
visa.
soldiers on
He
your
was
hands.
refused visa.
Your ISI has.
He was refused
And
visa by
every
America that he's a terrorist. Modi is a terrorist. He was refused
Major
visa.
Nadeem, Major Nadeem, you should be the last person to give certificates, when you kill your own, when you kill innocent people. 1 minute, Major Nadeem, I'll put out the pictures when you kill children. When you killed children in the bombing that took place, you have used aerial force against so-called your own people. You say that they are your own people and then you do the aerial bombing. So you should be the last person speaking about it.
We cannot hurt the elders.
The Americans and British sort you out. You are a country which harbors
Kamil, Major Nadeem, there is, Major Nadeem, please understand one thing. I understand that there is an urge. There's an urge to
Major Nadeem, there is no point
Major
shouting.
Nadeem, hold on. I want to give the chance to Kamil also. Kamil has been there. Kamil, the fact of the matter is that if you see, there is a sequence of events that have taken place. And let's be honest, within the Pakistanis also, the Pakistani circles, there is a growing clamor. The way the high-handedness of Asim Munir is now being called out. As a journalist, I'm sure you would be in a position to be a little bit more honest than Major Nadeem, because I understand Major Nadeem there is a role that he has to play. There is a charter that has been given by the ISPR that has to be followed. But I'm assuming, Kamil, at least you will be honest.
First, I hope you will finish. You will give me time so that I can finish my arguments. First, you people need to realize that Pakistan is not a weak country. So first, you people accept that. And when Pakistan give you options for talks, you people also cry on that. When Pakistan threats you, you people also cry on that. So tell us, what is the way forward? If you think that you can punish Pakistan, that's not possible. You have seen in the recent months what happened with India when it comes to the air battle. So
you saw what happened to you. Kamil,
So,
it doesn't sound very good. Kamil, let me just tell you, you see, this is the problem. Then you say that, you're not giving me the chance to. First of all, look at, what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you the real picture here. You see, Kamil, you may be in the business of not speaking the truth, but I am telling you what really happened. When your air bases was razed to dust. Your fighter squadrons was razed to dust. The reality is this, that you had to, listen, Kamil, let's be honest here. On the screens right now, I'm showing you, these are pictures. Some of the pictures have been shot by you all.
Denial, I fail to understand.
What is real?
Why are you all in denial? These videos have been made by Pakistani citizens.
Propaganda is not a solution.
Accept it, Kamil.
You should
Your people have only created the propaganda. Your people have made the videos. ये India में तो shoot हुई नहीं.
Leave our people. Just
not shot in India.
Just read what the international newspaper are reading.
So are these animated?
What they are writing? What they are writing? What the international journalists are saying? You should also think on it. Don't think Pakistan is a weak country. You cannot move forward without realizing that Pakistan is a strong country. And if you want to make peace in the region, then you should people should collaborate with Pakistan. And Pakistan is
Kamil, you need to accept that your general. Kamil, you need to accept. Major Samar Paltura, I just want to show the reality to him. Kamil, you need to accept the fact that you have a general. Hold on. You need to accept the fact that your general is going out and selling your own country. 1 minute. Number one, you first go and sell your country to United States of America. Then you basically say that, okay, look here, the Chinese are getting upset because we are trying to sell off even, the ports here. Then you basically go to Saudi Arabia and then tell them to save us. Because the moment Afghanistan carries out an attack, then you go to the Saudi... Then you go to Saudi Arabia and then tell them, okay, look here, please intervene right now because we cannot handle it anymore. Then you say that, how long will you keep shifting the blame to others? First you shift the blame to India, now you shift the blame to Afghanistan. Look at where you stand today.
Always India shifts the blame to
Pakistan. The B-21 Grad rockets have been made serviceable by the Chinese engineers.
Counter-terrorism efforts in occupied Kashmir. Why you couldn't still figure out what is happening in the Kashmir? Pakistan is saying we are not doing anything in occupied Kashmir.
Number one. See, look here.
Still blame Pakistan for your
who said this? When the protests were taking place in Pakistan occupied Kashmir, isn't it true that the people there said that Kargil ka darwaza khol do? Because people there knew that their family members in Kashmir are happy. The question here is in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, when the protests were taking place, they were against your army.
Thought out our issue. Your people also.
And look at here. You show. Look at the fact. Look at what is happening. Children are being. I want to go full frame right now. Kamil, take a look at this. This is what your army is up to. When innocent children were being bombed, and you called them terrorists. You called these people terrorists.
Leave Pakistan army. Just why you people couldn't stop Pakistan army? Because
General G.D. Bakshi wants to come.
5 times bigger country, and you have a bigger army. You have a bigger budget. Why you couldn't counter such things from the last 2 decades? Just tell me the reason.
We
countered it quite well.
Listen, we never wanted to get into a war in the first place. Listen, Kargil happened because of yours. Because the point is that you all never accepted dialogue. You all never accepted any peaceful means. The reality is that you are the ones who are the warmongers here. General G.D. Bakshi wants to come in. General G.D. Bakshi and Raja.
You can't create hegemony in this
may I point out to you one very pertinent thing. You claim that you won a major air victory on day 1 of the conflict. What happened to you on day 2, day 3, day 4? You were hit. You could not save a single terror base. You could not save a single terror base or prevent India from attacking. Out of your 12 air bases, we hit 11. You could not save a single of your air bases. Your command and control, C2 base at Noor Khan, was destroyed. Your drone command post at Murid was destroyed, right? your Air Force could
Not at
not
all,
take
sir.
off.
These are all
And yet you
false
want to claim
claims
it as a
which have been,
victory.
of course,
You
highlighted
must
on
be
the media.
delusional.
destroyed your-
You guys either must be out of your senses.
And
You
Shavan
know,
was, of
why
course,
could your
talking
Air
about
Force
that
not
we
take
only
off?
speak truth. If you were
Why
the
could your
one
Air
who
Force
said
not
it,
fly? What
then the
nonsense
whole
are you
world would have
talking?
been laughing
Air
on
victory,
Indian-
air victory.
Indian media.
Could you save your air bases?
Handled media.
Could you hit a single air base?
Can I have Raja?
Could you hit
Laughing stock.
a single air base? Simple question. A single Indian air base.
None of the
you
air
could
bases
not.
got attacked.
Out of
None
your
of
12
the air
air
bases. You
bases,
couldn't do anything
never
about the air bases.
We
You
have
couldn't do
the
anything about the air
satellite
bases, General
photographs
Saab. You
to
couldn't
show
do
that.
anything about the air bases.
You
And
are
when we-
talking
when we
like the
talk
king
about-
with no
when we
clothes.
talk about-
मेरे दोस्त
You are
तुमने
talking
वो
like a
एयर
king with no clothes.
तुमने मैक्सार सैटेलाइट फोटोग्राफ्स देखी हैं?
Donald Trump who's talking about
नहीं
this
नहीं,
war.
what is the evidence?
Time and again
Have you
he has
seen
highlighted
those
that
Maxar
Raja, General,
satellite
just asking you
photographs?
You know, this is the question that we have been asking. We have been asking. Raja, please understand one thing. There is a limit to which you can get into rhetoric. There is a limit to which you can keep repeating a lie. See, I understand, repeating a lie over and over and over and again, people might fall for it. That may be the strategy. Raja, hear me out. Raja, hear me out. Number one, Major Samarpal Tur also pointed this out, that these pictures, some of the videos, these are not videos that we had taken. These are videos which were taken by you.
Indian Navy has
Nothing
somehow
is
reached
visible.
Multan, somehow
Nothing
reached
is
Lahore.
visible.
These were the claims which were made by your
Even
country,
your own
made by
people
your
will say
media.
they are
And you
going to
calling
answer.
me that we are the ones who are not speaking truth.
Nobody made those ridiculous claims. Your media made them.
Reasonable.
Your media made them. I mean, they have been taking you for a bloody ride.
I have your number, I can send you the
If
video.
you, Raja, 1 second, Raja, I ask you a simple question. You claim that on day one of the air battle, you won a major victory. I'm asking you what happened to you then on day 2, day 3, day 4. Why did
no
you
matter
get
how hard
involved?
your lieutenant
Why
generals
did you get
of strategy
There
and
is
no matter how hard
images,
your Air Force,
evidence
your
to
Air
show
Chief
how badly
How can
you
you
were
write
bashed.
newspaper tenders which have
There
been
is
published for repairing the airfields?
Evidence.
How can
Not
you
just claims.
Is it not true? Is it not true? Major Samarpal Tur.
India is facing
Show
three
us
fronts.
one
And the worst
satellite
front for India
imagery
to face is the
of how
diplomatic
much
front.
you
India
were
has
able to
General
damage.
G.D. Bakshi,
India
I want to ask
has
you this. Is it not
completely
true?
shot
Is
itself
it not
in the
true
foot
that, after their air base was
Pakistan's military
actually...
diplomacy
Gentlemen, hear me out.
has
Is it
has
not true,
actually
Raja, that you had to
put
go
you
back to
to your
the
place?
United States of America looking for spare parts? Is it not true?
Beyond visual range missile. You have forgotten, sir.
Major
Your air
Nadeem,
chief
Major
slept
Nadeem, when
on
you
the
were,
next day.
Major
And
Nadeem,
he
why
woke up after
why
5
were these
months.
NOTAMs were basically issued?
Your
No,
air
one
chief
second, Major
woke up
Nadeem,
after
come on,
5
yeah,
months,
how
Bakshi.
long can you keep lying about it?
He slept, he was in hibernation, and suddenly woke up.
Rahim Yar Khan Air Base. Look at
What
the
is this
pictures.
nonsense?
I am
He
not
can't-
putting it.
these
What
are all
nonsense are you
facts.
talking about?
You
Look
are
at the
showing the
pictures right
side.
now on the screens. This
What
is
is
what
this?
happened to the Rahim Yar Khan
What
Air
is
Base.
this?
And is it not true that you had to basically run to the United States
You
of America
cannot
looking
hide
for
truth.
spare
This is
parts
showing
also?
propaganda
Is it
to
not
say
true that you had to
Pakistan
issue
has
a
defeated
tender?
you and you
Is it
should
not true
accept
that there
it.
was
This is
a
the
landing
way
that took
forward.
place of the
You
US?
are showing a desert. You
Is
are
it not
showing
Look at
a
these
true?
desert.
visuals, Major Nadeem.
Major
Are you a
Nadeem,
fool?
admitted that you had to take
You
help
are
from the
in
United
denial.
States of
Look
America.
at these visuals.
Where is the building?
Look at these
Your own
visuals.
people will ask, where is the building?
When you go at an
Where is
international
the road?
platform, will you be in denial
the
of these
building?
visuals? Look at that. Rahim Yar Khan base.
You are lying,
थोड़ा sir,
lying
be
and lying and
reasonable.
lying.
आपके चलो ठीक है, हमने आपकी सारी बातें मानी. चलो कोई फोटो
हाँ,
तो दे
lying.
दो,
Good,
कोई
thank you,
सैटेलाइट
thank you.
इमेजरी दे दो, कोई वीडियो
Thank
दे
you.
दो हमारे डिस्ट्रक्शन की. सर आप
Yeah,
कुछ
yeah,
तो
yeah.
प्रूफ तो दे दो.
What is this nonsense?
आपकी
लोग
We
बोल रहे हैं
agree
कि
to
क्या
everything you
रेती
said,
खा
but
रहे
at least
हैं? What are you showing? Samarpal,
Please
Tur,
put
what are
proof
you
on the
showing?
table. आपके पास कोई
You are
proof ही नहीं
showing
है.
us sandy
You
area.
are only committing
Area,
verbal
area,
diarrhea.
area.
Please stop
Where
committing
are the
verbal
buildings?
diarrhea. Please produce proof. International audience
Sir,
needs to
where
know
are
the proof.
buildings?
आप proof रखें, बताएं. And I will be the
Major
first one to
Samarpal,
agree.
you know, Nadeem,
Major
Major Nadeem, okay, you know, for once, let's take a step further. Let's take a step further. Let's take a step further. Nadeem, I just want Nadeem and Raja. You know, Major Samarpal Tura, let me take this with them. Major Nadeem, as well as Raja Faisal, for a minute, for the sake of argument, all of this is fake as what you have been alleging. If you really think that you have had a successful operation that was carried out, you've thwarted all attacks that have taken place, you've downed Indian aircraft, then
Alhamdulillah.
put it out. No, I'm asking you simple thing. I'm asking you that we have put out, you know, we have put out details of it. We have put out videos of it. We have put out satellite imagery. We have put out eyewitness accounts. Your own people have given live commentary. Your own people on the streets have put out live commentary when those precision attacks have taken place. But at least we are a professional army. We are a professional army. The very fact, Major Nadeem, that we carried out the attacks at a particular time period was only because we wanted to avoid civilian casualties.
There was your air chief.
He woke up after 4 or 5 months. Where was your air chief?
Photographs.
Where was your air chief? He
Our
was in
air chief was
hibernation.
inside the Air Force control room. One second. Let me just tell you, Major Nadeem. When these coordinated attacks were being carried out, this was the perfect synergy of the tri-services. Major Nadeem, listen, hear me out. Your Asim Munir must have been used to the bunkers. Your Asim Munir must have been used to the bunkers, nor our forces. Where a tri-services carried out one operation, ensuring that you had to go begging to the United States of America, hoping that there would be some sort of an intervention. The same way that you have now gone to the Saudis, you have now gone to Saudi Arabia with a begging bowl, hoping that the Afghans stop the assault on you. Now that's the reality. Major Nadeem and Raja Faisal, the only advice that we would give you is that come out of this ISPR script that you have been handed over and be a little honest to the people of Pakistan that look here, your generals are selling off your own country. It is time that you acknowledge the fact that the reality is this. They are not fighting for your motherland. What they are essentially doing is that they are basically selling off, part by part, they are selling off your own country. And what Major Samarpal Tura at the beginning, he said that, look here, for stability in the region, it is important that Pakistan does not really act in the manner that they are doing. But the question is also that when General G.D. Bakshi says that we cannot really trust you because the reality is this. You are only now saying, General Shamshad is saying this only because he's cornered.
Okay, don't trust. And then come and do Operation Sindoor too. I am warning you from this forum.
Okay.
You will never do
It will be the same. Operation Sindoor is still on. And the fact of the matter is that you should be worried. When you have had the topmost generals on Republic Forces First Conclave came out and said this, that we are going to give a bloody nose again to Operation Sindoor. During Operation Sindoor, you've seen that. The Prime Minister has said this multiple times, and just recently you have the Chief of the Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, making it again very clear. Now, Major, though I don't think so, you should continue embarrassing yourself in this manner, but thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on that first big debate coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, the national capital today recorded AQI upwards of 350 in the severe category. Now, what people in NCR are essentially talking about is certainly not sustainable air anymore. They are not breathing a sustainable air. And this isn't a new story. And yet again, Delhi has a new government, a new war of words over accountability. On the one hand, you have the Aam Aadmi Party who sits in the opposition and is questioning what they call the four-engine government in Delhi. On the other hand, you've had Delhi's Environment Minister and senior BJP leader Manjinder Singh Sirsa lashing out at the Aam Aadmi Party during a press conferencing, highlighting stubble burning in Aam Aadmi Party-ruled Punjab as the root cause and not really Diwali. Here is the situation in Delhi, and then Mr. Sirsa will be joining us on the debate.